Cities are supposed to represent progress, noise, movement, human ambition. Places filled with people trying to build a future. But around the world, there are cities that were once full of life and are now abandoned, largely empty, or frozen in time. Apartment buildings with nobody inside. Streets where almost nothing moves. Places slowly being taken back by nature. Some were abandoned almost overnight. Others faded slowly, year by year. So how does an entire city end up forgotten? To understand that, we need to look at 3 very different places. In northern Ukraine, there's an abandoned Ferris wheel frozen in time. It stands in the city of Pripyat. The city was built in the 1970s for workers at the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. At one point, nearly 50,000 people lived here. It was meant to be a modern Soviet city. Then, in April 1986, everything changed. A reactor at the Chernobyl plant exploded, causing one of the worst nuclear disasters in history. Radiation spread across the region. Residents were ordered to evacuate quickly. Most people believed they'd return within a few days, but they never truly came back. Today, abandoned classrooms still contain books and toys. Apartment buildings slowly decay while forests grow through the concrete. More than anything, Pripyat feels like a place where time suddenly stopped. But not every empty city became abandoned because of disaster. In Inner Mongolia, China built an entirely new city, called Audio's Kangbashi, using the enormous wealth generated by the region's coal industry. Huge apartment towers, massive public squares, wide roads designed for thousands of future residents. But growth happened much slower than expected. Many apartments were too expensive, and large parts of the city remained strangely empty for years. Videos of silent streets and mostly vacant buildings spread online. People started calling it China's ghost city. More residents live there today than before, but Audio's still became a global example of what can happen when development grows faster than demand. But sometimes, cities become empty for a completely different reason. Off the coast of Japan sits Hashima Island, a small island surrounded by concrete ruins and rough ocean waves. During the 20th century, it became a major coal mining center. Thousands of workers and their families live there, packed tightly into apartment buildings. At its peak, Hashima was one of the most densely populated places on Earth. But eventually, coal became less important in Japan. The mines shut down, and in 1974, the island was abandoned. Today, the empty buildings still face the sea, slowly being destroyed by wind, salt, and time. Empty cities exist for many different reasons: disaster, economic collapse, failed planning, industrial change, but almost all of them leave behind the same strange feeling. These places were built with hope, built for a future that people believed in, and somehow, that future never arrived. Maybe that's what makes abandoned cities feel so unsettling. They remind us that even the biggest human creations are never permanent. Which abandoned city shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more fascinating facts, mysteries, and educational content.